What is going on, Knights of Vex? Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day because it's not only another day in Swoga, but we also have the release of Star Wars Zero Company. I will be streaming that game tonight with Grand Arena. Really looking forward to it. I hope to catch you guys there. But for today, we got to talk about Coliseum, and I have a really good strategy that helped boost my score on all of my accounts, and something that I'm going to recommend going forward for the marquee characters where to invest in. So the reason I didn't post a video yesterday was work was crazy. I had so much overtime, didn't get home till very late at night, and I fell asleep while, on my computer. I literally went on my couch, and I was like, I cannot hang anymore. Was just exhausted, so I was like, you know what? We'll post a video for today. So, the Jotaz is the boss for today, and I'm going to showcase 3 different runs. One on my free-to-play account, my endgame account that's free-to-play, and the main account, which is spending. The one strategy that's really working well for me is going to be a combination of Mara Jade and Darkside Yoda. Really insane. I really didn't realize this until now, how much damage Yoda has and does, because I never invested into any of his levels until now. I think Stormtrooper Luke or Starkiller Luke is a little bit of a disappointment. I will showcase a run with him on my other account because I went really hard for him instead of Yoda, and now that account is going to suffer. So I don't really want you guys to make the same mistake. But I'm getting really good scores on my free-to-play account, which lands me in the top 90. I've been getting that for the past couple of days. Not typical. I've been getting 300, so this strategy is working well for me. And the endgame account, I'm placing in the top 30 consistently. So we're going to head into the game really quick and show you guys the exact rank of my free-to-play. So this is about 2 hours into Coliseum, almost an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I'm currently at rank 29, which is probably not going to stay, obviously. The goal is to get into the top 90. It's getting very hard lately to compete, but if I can get 600 on a free-to-play account with no episode pass or plus, I think that's a win for me. So if I can maintain that, that'll be really, really awesome. So I'm going to showcase all the runs really quick. I used all 5 attempts with my testing. I'm not going to do a refresh on this account. It's a little too expensive. But for the free-to-play account, we're rocking error level 63 on the lone units, and my Mara Jade and Darkside Yoda are 75. My Luke is sitting at 5. I am not investing heavily into him. I'm saving the credits. I want to make sure I can score as high as possible in the Coliseum. So these two are by far the best characters to rank up to date. There is no variation of Luke that I found to be the most helpful. Maybe some other content creators are finding out something else, but with my testing, it's significantly lower in damage. It's simply not worth it. So I have 3 gameplay videos. We're going to timestamp them down below. Hopefully one helps you. So let's head into the gameplay really quick and show you exactly what I did. So first run is going to be the free-to-play account. So rocking 63 on the lone units, 75 Mara Jade and Yoda at 5-star. So this strategy worked best for me on the free-to-play account. You're going to see one later on the main account that worked better for that. 2 different strategies and then 1 run with Starkiller Luke. So over here, Luke is in the lead. We got the Jedi Triumvirate with Mara Jade and Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. We got Darth Talon and Darkside Yoda. Talon has helped boosting the stats of Yoda, and I want to show you guys the strategy because it really makes a difference with how much damage he does, and it really boosted my score. So we're going to get right into the gameplay. We're going to go ahead and play it. Now, the thing here is that you don't want to call Mara Jade to assist. It's kind of not the most powerful thing. So over here, you're going to start with the basic ability from Mara Jade, always. She's going to get a counterattack, ramping up her damage. Now, Darkside Yoda, basic only. He does so much damage, way more than Mara Jade than you realize. It's crazy. So over here, Luke, I like to do the vulnerable first because you want to be able to crit him. It does a lot of damage. I think it's more worth it. So over here, Talon's going to do the first special. Cal Kestis is going to call Yoda to assist. Watch the score, 13% to 26%. Just like that. Mara Jade's not going to do that. Not with a basic. It's a big hit. Now, Mara Jade is going to do a basic because we didn't get the Luke didn't do his middle ability, so there's no bonus turn. So we want to wait. So we do a basic. He's going to kick. He hits Luke. Now, we're going to do this. We're going to call Yoda to assist. That's 31% to 43. Another huge basic. Basic again, that's 54%. Now over here, I am going to do the second special. That gives Luke a bonus turn. Gives Mara Jade also a turn meter. You're not going to use the middle ability here because that's going to give yourself offense up and ramp up the Jotaz's damage. So we're going to stick to a basic over here. Luke is also going to do a basic. That's all he can do. And then big AoE, it's going to wipe out half of your team. They go for Yoda. Unfortunate. If they went for Mara Jade, it might have been better. She had protection up. She could have survived the hit more than likely. Now, I have one final hit remaining. I end up doing a basic. If I were you guys, if you're in this situation, go for the middle ability over the basic. You're going to do way more damage. You're just not going to survive the next hit anyway. I made the misplay by going for a basic. If I did the middle, I probably would have gone to like 73, 75%. So, on the free-to-play account, I got 70%, and it was a very good run for that account. So, I do want to showcase that. It was great. Now, this is going to be the endgame account that's free-to-play that decided to invest into Luke, Starkiller. Now, I didn't grab the beginning of the battle of the loading screen. I just forgot to hit recording. But over here on the left, you're going to see the exact lone unit levels and the level of my Luke. So, he's at 73. And my lone unit levels are at 63. So similar to my free-to-play account, except Yoda was replaced by Luke because I invested into him. So I ran a full Rebel lineup, and you know what? You do a pretty good job at surviving and being durable, but you simply just don't have the damage like you would with Yoda or Mara Jade. I think if Luke was a damage dealer, it'd be a lot better, but he's just not really a big damage dealer in Coliseum, at least not yet. He's more of a utility exposed character with granting the Destiny debuff, but it doesn't really do a lot to Coliseum. I think once he comes to game, he's going to do really well against other teams and, you know, the meta. But in terms of Coliseum, he's simply not performing the way the other two are. So I'm unfortunately stuck on this account with him because I decided to go hard for him. I wanted to find out for the community what would be the best character. So if Exposes did more damage in Coliseum, I could see this being pretty decent. But there's no damage. That's the biggest problem. Like, you're applying debuffs. It's great. He's got defense down. I'm giving myself buffs, which is ramping up his damage. Is probably a misplay, but we're also gaining evasion up, so maybe we can dodge. But no matter what, it's going to be around the same score. You're going to get nowhere near like my other account. I just want to showcase if anyone did invest into him or you're curious about how he's performing, this is what he's doing. The blind is very nice so that Jotaz can miss the AoE, but like I said, you can control the battle, but there's just simply not enough damage. So nowhere near the score that we got on the previous attempt, but I didn't want to showcase it. So that's going to be 43% with Starkiller Luke, not nearly as good. Now, we're going to go to the endgame account. This is Vexitron, where I'm going for 7-star and getting the marquee packs. So getting the $30 pack and going for the 7-star variant after the first week. So I'm rocking a lone unit level of 74 of the lone units, and my marquee characters are at 85. So I have them maxed out currently for where they can be. Now, the strategy with this is I replaced Talon with Mace. I found Mace to be a little bit better because I like him calling Yoda to assist, and you're not granting as many buffs. Because Talon's there and really giving a lot of boost to Yoda, but I found on the free-to-play account he was dying a little too fast with the current lone unit level. So the higher level you have Mace, the more tanky he is. I think he's going to be better than Talon, at least from an endgame perspective when you really are wailing. So, Jedi Triumvirate, Mace, and Yoda Darkside Vision was the strategy that I did, and it got me currently rank 5. But I'm probably going to be able to sit in the top 30 with that rank, which is what I should be because I didn't get the $70 pack. There's a lot of players way ahead of me with higher lone unit levels, going hard with the error levels on Mara Jade at like a level 110. Level 95. Like, I'm not spending crystals or money on those packs. So 85 is, it's not free to play, but it's not also heavy hardcore whaling either. So this was the best strategy that I found. So Mara Jade's going to do a basic over here. Now what I do is again put the vulnerable basic with Yoda, massive damage. Over here I'm calling Yoda to assist again. Big damage. I go for a basic with Mara Jade. Now over here I do not do a basic with Mace. I call Yoda to assist, and I'm not granting too many buffs. So that's a massive damage. I was thinking about using Kira, and it really wasn't the best option because she's giving way more buffs to your team, ramping up his damage. So over here, we're going to call Yoda to assist again with Luke's middle ability. That's 52% right there. We go for the big second special from Mara Jade. Go for a basic. Luke's going to do a basic. Now, can we survive? Okay, so 4 members live here, and we get a bunch of counterattacks at 69%. Weehoo. Get a good basic with Yoda. Basic with Mara Jade. I'm really trying to be careful with the offense up ramping. I maybe should have done the middle special from Mara Jade. But we're at 79%. And I should have done it. I should have done the middle ability again. I was just very hesitant to do it. You're going to see the Jotaz do a basic. I was very close to getting to 80% on the Jotaz. That's the highest I could do at the moment. I'm sure tomorrow, once I get a couple more runs in and get the experience to get more, credits, maybe the score can go even higher. So that's going to be all the runs for today. I want to know what you guys think. If this did help you, drop a like, subscribe. Really helps me out. And we're trying to get to 15K by the end of the year. 20K is a little bit of a stretch goal, but if we can get to 15K subs, I would really appreciate it. So if you guys could hit that sub button, I would really, really appreciate you guys a ton. But if you guys found a better squad at all, let me know in the comment section down below. We want to help each other out. So if it did help you, drop a like, comment, subscribe for more content from your boy. Hopefully I see you guys tonight for some Grand Arena and some Zero Company. And I'll catch you guys in the very next one. May the Force be with you all. Peace.